Hi, my name is Morgan Coleman, and today I will be talking about religious freedom in prison. How many of you know what our First Amendment rights are? Well, these are our First Amendment rights. The First Amendment: freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, the right to peacefully assemble, and the right to petition the government. How many of you know that freedom of religion in prisons is debated? Should prisoners have the right to practice their religion while incarcerated? I can tell you what I think. I believe that prisoners should have the freedom to practice their religion while incarcerated. Religious freedom in prisons is essential and also controversial. Why the objection to freedom of religion? The first part is the cost of the religious meals. Second is different religious activities can cause jealousy among the inmates. And third, religious activities can overburden prison personnel. The rights and benefits of freedom of religion are at stake. Why freedom of religion in prisons? First, to retain a democratic government. Second, to guarantee freedom of religion promised in the First Amendment. And third, to gain the benefits derived by religious freedom of the incarcerated in society. First, to retain a democratic government. Abraham Lincoln once said that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people, shall not perish from the earth. If this freedom is obstructed, then power shifts from government by the people to government by the government. Freedom of religion is a bedrock principle. The Pilgrims sailed to America to escape the religious persecutions of the Church of England. 2. The ability to practice religion in prisons guarantees the rights promised to citizens in the First Amendment. Why have these rights been denied to prisoners? Prisoners have said that they want uniformity of schedule, appearance, and activity for securing and managing costs. The need for prisons control inmates led to the tolerance of significant limitations of religious freedom in prisons that did not achieve the goal of security. The ability to practice faith in detention is not only a right, but is also beneficial for the prisoner and society. Which brings us to the third reason to have freedom of religion in prisons. The third benefit of freedom of religions is to prisoners in society. 2 studies show a decrease in recidivism. Recidivism is a relapse and re-imprisonment. A literature review of 12 studies with about 5,000 people showed that religious freedom reduces prevalence and severity of depression, reduces independence of disciplinary consequences, suicide is a preoccupational with prisoners. It increases suicide rates for the incarcerated. Practice of religion is a coping mechanism, especially for those with mental disorders, and it can also decrease suicide. It can also help protect against drug and alcohol abuse. Although freedom of religion is debated in the U.S. Constitution, it states that freedom of religion is an inalienable right. Thomas Jefferson once said, "The constitutional freedom of religion is the most inalienable and sacred of all human rights." Freedom of religion in prisons is important. Let's review. First, it helps to retain a democracy. 2. Freedom of religion is the foundation of America's democracy. And 3. Freedom of religion is a First Amendment right. Thank you for your time. As you think about freedom of religion in prisons, you might consider volunteering your time to bring a religious program or Bible study to your local prison.
Okay, this is my audience.